Hello and welcome back to another vault video, another weekly vault video. I've actually got a couple of vaults to open today. Actual good ones too. This one's not good. I'm just gonna skip the priest vault. I did a mythic 0 on this guy. And I think or maybe the whole vault slot was like a time walking or something. But regardless, I don't really care for that vault. So the rest of these are all mythic vaults. So I'm going to start on the warrior. So Zakwa. This is my prot warrior. He's like probably the most geared out of all of my alts. Like, let me see. Like he's 631. My DH is 622. My paladin is 613. These are all tank. I play them. I like to tank Mythic Plus. So I've been the past 2 days I was learning how to play prot paladin. So I got that guy. He actually has 2 slots of Myth Vault. So the warrior has only 1 though. So let's see a couple of things I could get on him. He's missing boots at Myth Track, wrist at Myth Track, chest piece, that's a big one at Myth Track, helm, that's another big one at Myth Track. Those would be really big upgrades. Ring, of course, this cloak, neck as well. And one of my trinkets is not Myth Track. So let's see. We could get some good stuff. I'm gonna go prot spec because I wouldn't mind getting the refraction model or whatever it's called. Oh, nice. Okay, a Myth Track sack brood. That's nice. That's really nice, actually. Huge. Okay. Ole. Okay, well that's off to a good start. We'll put that on real quick, and then we'll actually vendor the other. I have 2 sack broods in my bags. We're gonna vendor those because sometimes I've messed up and kept on old stuff, or like whenever I equip my like gear slot or gear set or whatever, it'll equip the heroic track or whatever, and I just won't even notice. We'll do the DH next. DH could have 4 vault slots. He probably has 2. Or wait, sorry, I mean he could have 2 vault slots, but he probably has 1. He at least has 1. I know he has 1. I can't remember if I did enough to get the second option. Let's go here. We got the souls on in the middle of the screen. I think this was there last week as well. Because I'm slowly working on, like, so the auras in the middle right here are not mine. These are atrocities weak auras because that's what I used to use. So I'm slowly the DH was like I think I was waiting in queue for like the love is in the air, and I made the souls bar, but it's nowhere even close to being usable anyways. It just works, which it works differently than I thought it used to. So it's actually interesting because it used to be you used to need, this is some nerd stuff real quick. It used to be you had to do a custom grow for sold is what I currently have it as. So you used to have to do a trigger for this, and then in the display it would be like a custom growth or something. It was something weird you had to do, which I think the atrocity pack uses the weird way. Yeah, so here you used to have to do, this is not the correct thing. Where is it? Trigger in custom. So you used to have to do a trigger, a custom trigger, and then this is how you'd create a bar, because the souls are actually just a stack. So you have a buff on your stuff, and you get the buff goes up to 5. But like we are trying to track it in like a combo point style thing. And so it used to have to do this, but now you can actually use inside of here, inside of the display, the progress settings, you can use trigger 1 stacks. And so I can set the minimum 0 and then maximum of 5. So instead of doing it that way, which uses a custom trigger and probably is a little bit more intensive on like performance, it's just built into weak auras now. And I just use the setting of setting minimum to 0 and maximum to 5, and using the trigger 1's stacks, which I only have 1 trigger anyways, which is just the soul fragments buff. There's a random thing. There you go. There's a sneak peek into the UI stuff, which I'll be talking about the UI stuff at the end as well, like I usually do. So this guy is a Vengeance Demon Hunter. So we've got a lot of stuff to choose from on this guy. He's very undergeared. Let's actually look. What are the things that I could get that would not be an upgrade? So shoulders, and that's it. All right, let's open it up. I'm gonna open as Havoc spec just so that I have a chance to get better stuff. Ooh, this is going to be an upgrade, though. As weird as this trinket is, I'm going to say that is an upgrade. Anything, I get eye level on, that is a big upgrade, especially going from veteran trinkets to a myth track trinket. I'll definitely feel that. Oh, and then we got Harbinger of the Ruined. Nice. All right, pretty good vault on this guy as well. From veteran to myth track, and that's like one of the pieces that you don't really craft is trinkets. So that's nice. And Zach PP, the prop paladin. That's what PP stands for, of course. Nothing else. Doesn't mean anything else other than prop paladin. This guy, like I said, I was learning how to play prop paladin this past week, or I say week, I learned it for about 2 days or 2 or 3 days. These are my weak auras, which are not close to being done at all. But these are my prop paladin weak auras. I've just kind of been playing this and like not tracking like anything pretty much. I have this buff, which I don't know what this is. Yeah, my next Ward of Glory is free. But I have this buff, which like I have this one, and then the buff that comes after it I have tracked. I've been looking up at my auras to like look at my tier set. Like I don't have consecration. I just look at the totem icon or whatever it is. But see, I have the free wog, and then I have this thing that's like block chance or something. I have 30% block chance. So these are a hard work in progress currently. So, but I'm not even close to being done. I just only started playing the character, so after playing, it's like I knew what I had to do, like what I should be tracking now. So it makes a lot more sense when you test something out and see what you need to track, what's useful to track, what you find yourself looking for or looking at when you're like running through a key or playing raid or something. Another thing I noticed was these desaturate when it's 1 charges, but I want it to desaturate with 0 charges. That was like a weird thing that I found myself like not being able. Random, blah blah blah. Okay, into the vault. So this is 2 myth slots from the dungeon vault. Obviously I could get a neck. I don't know many necks that drop from dungeons though. I think the Stone Vault neck would probably be really good. I think Haste and Mastery are good on this. I don't really know. Like I haven't looked up a guide or anything. I just kind of am like playing it. And it makes sense, it's easy. So I mean, is there anything that's not an upgrade? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. We've got a lot of champion and hero check stuff. I'm opening as Prot. Maybe I can get a shield myth check to be really good. Okay, a chess piece. That's a lot of eye level. Unfortunately, I have a hero track chess piece, so it's not crazy upgrade. This, on the other hand, I think is a crazy upgrade. And like I said, I can craft stuff in these different slots. So we might get the trinket. Is today just a trinket day? I think that might be the theme of this video. Maybe that's the thumbnail or the title. We're farming trinkets, man. I do think this is good. That like the equip on this, I don't really care about the equip. I think this is just straight up better than the veteran sack brood that I have. I'm gonna say permanently having 3k strength over the 1k strength proc that is up a good amount of time. Well, I don't really know how sack brood works. I don't remember. Whatever. We're getting this thing. I think this is better than this. I think, like I said, trinkets are harder to come by. I can just craft other pieces. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna put that in this slot. Boom. There we go. And now, I think all we have left is the rogue. Yep, we're not opening this priest, like I said. We're opening that rogue. So, I killed Mythic Queen this past weekend on the rogue. So, that was really exciting. This is my first time getting CE. This is my first time even seeing an end boss, by the way. But, or I don't really count Fated Season. Fated Season we did, we pulled Mythic Sarkrath for, I don't know, 40 pulls or something. We had a couple of nights on it. Maybe it was more than 40. I don't know. But we killed Mythic Queen on this. So now I am Queen Slayer Zach Oj. There we go. First time CE, very fun. I thought about it, posting a video, like every time I kill a boss, I do like a guide on how to do the boss, what I learned from it, mistakes that I made on it, different things and like cadence to the actual fight that will help you out. I don't think I'm going to do that for Queen because the next patch is in a week, so we're gonna have the next patch, and like it's pretty obsolete, like not obsolete, whatever it is. It doesn't matter to post a guide on Mythic Queen. but I could upload just the kill video and leave in some of the stuff at the end. I could also walk through it as well and show you like what went wrong, because I did perform much lower than I was performing in all the other pulls. On the kill pull, it was like a lot lower than it was in all the other pulls we had that were like very close to killing, which had to do with the beautiful hero talent Deathstalker's Mark. That was a big part of it, and then a couple of gameplay stuff that slipped my mind during the progression and like during the kill. So I could walk through that stuff, but I don't think I'm going to, because it just seems like a waste of time. Like, I don't know, man. I've kind of been chilling, getting this UI stuff, which I'll explain after I open this vault. So let's open this vault. I've been getting some vault stuff done. So this is my sub rogue gear. So I'm working on the sub rogue auras. So we want the Grim Batol ring. That's what we want. This ring from right here. The Umbrous Band. This is an upgrade for my Assassination Rogue. I believe that is the only thing I can get from Myth Track Vaults, dungeon stuff that will be an upgrade for me. So I'm rolling an Outlaw spec because there's less swords and maces and one hands than there are daggers in the loot pool. So maybe there's a higher chance of me getting the ring that I want. Let's see. Oh, dang. Well, unfortunate. None of this stuff is good either. I mean, maybe this is good for Outlaw. It's got a lot of verse on it. Doesn't have haste, which that's what I've been finding with my Outlaw gear is I have too much haste, or not enough haste really. Because I've been messing with Outlaw. It's been kind of tough to get my haste out without I think I kind of have to just craft a bajillion pieces of gear. Yeah, I got 15%. 15%, which is okay, I guess. That's okay. The sims that I was doing, wanted a lot more haste than I have, pretty much. So yeah, I think we can do. So what I'm kind of in between is I have 2 of these sockets. I would craft more pieces because I think I might craft enough to just have sub rogue gear and then have enough to craft outlaw gear. Like, just in case either of them ends up being, like, just way better than the other specs. Like, do I really need 3 sockets? Because I have 2 more of these left, which would mean I'd have 4 sockets, technically. So, I think we could just take... This is also for a mount. I remembered that. I think we can take this ring. This ring is okay. We'll take it. Maybe it's an upgrade for Outlaw. Maybe it's not, but there's very few left. Vault slots left, or vault openings left in this season, so we'll see. Let me hit a reload because when I swap specs, all the bones does not like initialize properly or something. I need to look at that. Now we're into this is the big stuff. Okay, we got the UI. So the UI has been, if you watched last week's video, I have been accepted and invited into the WIGO creator program. So I am now working with them, and I have a UI pack on their website. It is not published yet because I'm working on everything, getting it all set up. They make it a very easy process. The only problem that I have right now is I'm trying to find out a way to, I just need to finish like making not finish. I need to start making a Google Doc, because I recently thought of this as, I think the way that I want to like make an installation guide is both a video and a Google Doc. But I want to make the Google Doc, then make the video, and then walk through the Google Doc with the video, because there's a couple of things that aren't supported through their installer. Like, I have a custom like shadow unit frames, Lua, that I'd have to import. So people would need to download that and import it. Then I also have my custom textures, which I have the texture and then the font, the Expressway font, that I'd be sharing. And then like Basic Minimap does not have a like profile export for them yet. And then Basic Chat Mods does not have a profile export for them. So you'd also have to get the Lua for those. And then what else was it? The Edit Mode Expanded does not have something to export this as well. So you'd have to walk through that. A couple other things I think as well. I think that's it when it comes to like external things that I need to have. And then after that, we're just good. So what I've been doing recently is just like play testing all of my auras, my weak auras, just making sure that all 3 specs of Rogue are like something that I'm cool with, like just letting out there, and like they're polished enough to just not be terrible. Like, of course they're not terrible, but if somebody wants to mess with them or something, making them as clean as possible would be nice. But like this is the outlaw stuff, which I recently messed with. So this right here, like if you watch the like that's my subterfuge, which I was like testing some stuff with it, and it's like we're kind of vibing with it. And then we got that. Let's keep it rolling noise. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. So like this is the outlaw stuff, and then sub rogue, which outlaw stuff. So the style that I've been going with is like having a heads up thing, and I think subterfuge is what I want to be heads up. But then if this is the heads up part, then this kind of loses the value. So I think subterfuge might have that same little spiral on it instead of the between the eyes. Because that's like this is where you would be looking instead of looking like here-ish while you're doing that. Because like the way I have it is, like, I'll show you sub rogues. Sub rogue has dance and like if I'm doing like this, so this I have dance and symbols of death showing up right there. Like flag isn't like a big one, so it's not on there as a big one. And then which actually I might want to put that on the buff bar. The sub rogue stuff is not tested right now. I'm not playing sub rogue, and I haven't played it since, or I'm not playing it right now, and I haven't played it since the start of the tier, which some stuff has changed. So like maybe some implications about like the rotation, or like you play off of different things or don't play off of different things. But it's kind of just like this is the same style that I have my rogue stuff in, or just all of my stuff in. Is like there's a heads up stuff where it's like I call these like the uptime bar or something. And so whatever it is, like this is kind of how that is. For assassination, it's got Deathmark, Kingsbane, and Shiv up on this top bar. So I think I'll do that with outlaw, but then just do subterfuge on it. Lots of things to think of with that. Blah 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 blah. That stuff is pretty much done. The stuff in the Wago app, the Wago UI stuff, is all exported right now, and I've been testing it on PTR, and it's all importing well. Whenever I use the shared media stuff, that's how you get my my bars and my fonts, which my only font, my bar and my font. That's how you get those, and that imports well, and it's very simple and easy. So I just need to make sure that everything that I'm sharing is both mine and is something that I'm like I like and enjoy, like or would want to send out to people. Like I said before, the UI is going to be free at the start. I intend to keep it free until I get more stuff done with it, which I have more plans of. So it's probably going to be free until there's more classes than just rogue. I plan to support all the tank specs after I do all the rogue specs, and then after the tank specs, all the melee, and then I don't know if I'm going to do range stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do healer stuff. That's too far in the future. So, but yeah, it's going to have just all the stuff that's kind of right here is all it's going to have. Just my essential stuff, Mythic Plus, raid assignments, rogue, and it has the Shadow Unit frames, all that stuff. So we're working on that. I'll admit that, I have not been working on that every single day or going crazy with it. I'm definitely in like chill mode after we killed Queen, just chill for a little while. Definitely just jump back into it this week, because I would like to get all this stuff done before season 2. I'd like to get started working on week auras for like season 2 dungeons, and maybe looking into some raid week auras as well for season 2. Yeah, there we go. I've been playing the game more. That's why I had a bunch of alts. So we're very excited for the next tier, which is also why I want to get back into, or not get back into, but get more active with the UI. I've kind of been, like I said, or I've been in like a decision paralysis where it's like I'm kind of just sitting here like, oh, if I do this and then like, let me think about this, and oh, this needs to be. So I've caught myself while I'm doing that, and that's what I've been doing for the past week or two. I'd say probably a week. So I've caught myself, and I'm gonna hold myself like, hey man, let's get something out there. So you will see that soon. Like I said, the to-do list, Google Doc, video about Google Doc, and then I just got a Discord to like have support and stuff, like to be able to download things and ask questions if you have them. But yeah, so that's all the updates for this week. We've got lots of exciting stuff for the next season. I'll be doing Assassination Rogue stuff for... Actually, I'll be doing whatever the best spec is, which usually just ends up being Assassination Rogue anyways, so... But if Sub Rogue does end up to be the best Rogue spec, I will probably be doing boss guides as a Sub Rogue instead of Assassination. It's kind of just whatever I play is what I'm going to be making videos about. I also stream my raids on Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. This upcoming week, I don't think we're going to be raiding on Saturday. I think we will be doing Friday raid. There's a lot of people that are going to be out and people that are going to be late and things. So we're probably going to do the first 5 of Mythic or first 4 of Mythic or something, and then just call it a night. We got a lot of healers that are out and people main swapping and things and stuff like that. So people absent as well. So might just do the first 4 Mythic this next weekend, this upcoming weekend. So yeah, but I am live on ZachOJ3 on Twitch, and I'm also live on this channel on YouTube. If you like watching Rogue, you like watching me, then I'll be live on Friday, Saturday, 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching.